takes you guys through what my life is like when I work from home. I know that I've got a lot of questions in the past from friends and family about what do you do for work? Is your job even real? That one I actually get a lot. So yeah, I wanted to make a video showing you guys what my days look like and kind of what I do for work and just how I go about my days. So we're starting off in the morning. You guys would have kind of seen a little bit of my morning routine there. I obviously poured myself a big old cup of ambition, and then I'm really trying to start journaling again. Really just find it almost, I guess, therapeutic in getting those thoughts out onto the pages and not have them be living rent-free in my head, bouncing around, taking up way too much space. I've sat outside. It's a beautiful morning today. I did a bit of journaling and enjoyed my coffee. So I work 10 to 6, that's Atlantic time. So it's like 9 to 5 Eastern Standard Time, if that's the time zone that you're in when you're watching this. If you're in any other time zone, I'm sorry, I can't help you without the help of Google. So probably just better off to search that up yourself. But because I work 10 to 6, I have quite a long morning, which is really nice. I try to get up between 7 and 8, and then that still gives me a few hours before I have to go to work. Like I said, I can either spend this journaling, sometimes I'll go for a walk in the morning, sometimes I will make myself a nice elaborate breakfast. It just kind of depends on the day and how I'm feeling. I'm definitely not someone to be tied down to a strict routine. At my work, I am the head of accounts. So what that means is I oversee all of the account managers. So anyone who is dealing with clients on a daily basis. The account managers sort of act as that bridge between client and then our production team. So the people doing the graphic design or the written copy or the ads. And we kind of act as those middle people. So I oversee all of the account managers, but I also have a few accounts of my own. I work with some of our enterprise clients. So those are some of our top clients. They're in Canada and the US, so I have a nice mix of both. A lot of my day just looks like meeting with clients, meeting with the account managers, basically a lot of yapping, which if you know me, you'll know that that's something I love to do. So that's probably why I enjoy my job so much. But yeah, you'll see a lot of creative sort of brainstorming throughout the day today, meeting with some clients, and then of course meeting with my senior team for just leadership development and making sure that we're all doing our best and being our very best. And now I need to kind of do what I normally do every single morning, which is prep my workspace a little bit. I just like to kind of tidy up my desk and put away the pens, put away all the open notebooks, basically everything that I left there last night. That just helps me to kind of have a bit of a calmer start to my morning and just a more focused approach. So come along while I prep my desk before we get started for today. I'm a wee bit embarrassed with how messy this office has gotten, but to be fair, everything that's on the chair there is stuff that I've pulled out to make this video this morning. And then we also just got back from a week-long travel last week, so I'm still kind of unpacking and getting everything back to normal. But this still needs to be cleaned up so that I can have, hopefully, a nice start to my morning at work. Looking a lot better. Got everything tidied up now. One of my biggest tips is to get a little tray like this that can just kind of capture, you know, hair elastics, lip chap, change, kind of anything, but I find this really helpful just to have somewhere to kind of drop stuff. Alright, I'm back and I brought coffee. What I I do when I first sit down at my desk is I take a look at my calendar, kind of get a feel for what I have going on for today. So now that I know what my day looks like and I've got my calendar sorted, I'm gonna go through and check in with my team. We use Slack, so that's kind of like our instant messaging system. So I'll check in with them, make sure that there's no emergencies. We do have a website launch today, so I need to make sure I'm on top of things for that and just make sure all of the issues have been resolved that we were working on before launch, and then connect with the client to make sure that they're still on board for launch today. And then the next thing that I'll do is go through my emails and go through, we also use Asana as our project management tool. So I'll go through there and just make sure that everything is looking good. And again, there's no fires, nothing that needs my immediate attention as I start my day. If I mentioned this earlier, I don't think I did, but the clients that we work with are primarily car dealerships of some sort, whether they're a new car, used. So since it's still in the beginning part of the month, right now it's a really busy time of month just because a lot of new car offers come out every single month. And so we have to work to get their advertising updated, email blasts sent out, and graphics created to highlight the sales on their website. So the first part of the month is always a really big push in the automotive industry, and it can be really hectic when you have a lot of clients reaching out to you with all of their different offers and kind of passing those through over to the production team. Obviously, it's a lot of work on the production team as well. So that's what I've been kind of dealing with this morning. So after that, I will be hopping into my senior council call of the day, meeting with all of the senior leaders here.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. How was your weekend?
Not bad. Ended up at a bachelor party. Unfortunately, did not find a trivia game, or a trivia night. But
It is now 11:30-ish, which I know 12 is usually lunchtime, but I'm hungry, and I usually am around this time, so I'm gonna have some lunch. I'm just having some leftover tacos from last night. I just had some Greek yogurt, some chopped up cherry tomatoes from our garden. We've got some lettuce, just literally a garden salad mix, and cheese. And then obviously I've got ground beef in there as well. If you have never tried eating your tacos like this with the hard shell inside of the soft shell, highly recommend. I was recently introduced to this, and might I say, it has changed my entire life. So, highly recommend you try eating your tacos like this. It's just the perfect combination of soft and crunchy. And then the crunchy doesn't fall apart all over your plate, and the soft is like perfect on your mouth and it doesn't tear your mouth open. It's just lovely. So, I don't know if I'm late to the game on this or not, but if you haven't tried it, definitely give it a go. Happy lunchtime. I am out on a lovely walk with Sierra this afternoon. This is our pretty standard lunchtime routine. I find getting out for a walk and getting out for my daily steps is very good for not only my physical health but my mental health. I really notice a difference in my mental health if I don't get out for a walk, so we love taking this time in the middle of the day. We usually go out for like half an hour, 45 minutes. So it's about 1:30. I'll be back at my desk probably about 2:15 to keep working this afternoon. I have a few client meetings this afternoon, and then I will be working just kind of through my task list, answering emails or anything else that has come up. I still have not launched the website I've been talking about earlier today, so fingers crossed that that's still on plan to get launched for today. On my walks, I usually like to listen to a podcast, so I'm probably going to be listening to Grace Beverly's Working Hard podcast, and yeah, that usually takes about the length of our walks. I don't know if you can hear those crows, but they're very obnoxious. Anyways, I'll leave you here and I'll meet you back at the desk for an afternoon of work. We're back. It's just before my first client call of the afternoon. So what I do before a client call is usually take a few minutes, go through their analytics, make sure that their account is in good standing, and just kind of prep any talking points that I want to share while I'm on the call with them. So this client is in Georgia, so they're down in the US. I'm gonna hop on, talk to them, kind of go over everything and see what their plans are for the rest of the month. I am just sitting here at the end of the day starting to edit this video, and I realized that I didn't really catch up with you since my last client call, and the day just got a little bit ahead of me. I finished up some tasks that I had on my list. We did not end up launching the website that I was hoping we were going to be able to. And I also mentioned earlier about doing some creative strategizing today, which also I didn't get to. There wasn't a whole lot of that today. It happens some days and it doesn't happen other days, but today was just one of those days where it didn't happen. So I apologize if you were waiting for that in the whole video, because it's just not coming today. Maybe another day, but not today.